Waves and topic displacement relation in a progressive wave. So let us discuss displacement relation in a progressive wave or the wave equation for a progressive wave. Progressive wave means a wave which advances through a medium. The energy gets transferred from one point to the other. The disturbance moves from one point to the other parts of the medium. That's called a progressive wave. In the previous chapter, we have discussed the oscillation of a particle, that is, the simple harmonic motion executed by a single particle. But when a wave propagates through a medium, it makes the particles of the medium to oscillate simple harmonically. That is, if we consider a medium which consists of a collection of particles, and if the disturbance is created at one end, it propagates and reaches the other end. You might have seen the formation of waves called ripples on the water surface when you disturb that water surface by throwing stones into it. There you could see the disturbance is produced at that point where stone hits the water surface. But that disturbance is transferred to other parts of that medium in the form of ripples. There is some wave patterns are created on the water surface. Thereby the disturbance produced at a point gets transferred to the other parts of the medium. And you can see the shape of the water surface. At some points, the water comes up, and at some other point, the water goes down. That is, there is a relative change in displacement of the particles of that medium. That is, the disturbance produced at the first mass point is transmitted to the next neighboring mass point, and so on. Here, only the disturbance is transmitted, not the mass points. Thus, the disturbance which carries energy and momentum from one point in space to another point in space without the transfer of the medium is known as a wave. That is the definition of a wave. A complete description for a wave propagation can be obtained only if we know displacements of all the particles of the medium participating in the wave motion at any time. That is, as I told you, as wave moves through or propagates through a medium, it makes the individual particles of the medium to vibrate simple harmonically or oscillate simple harmonically. So to get the picture of a wave, we must know the displacements of all the particles of that medium that is participating in the wave motion at a particular instant. For this purpose, we shall derive the wave equation for wave in one dimension, which gives displacement of a particle having coordinate x at time t. From such an equation, substituting the appropriate values for x and t, we get the displacement for any particle at a required time and thus obtain a description of wave motion. So here you could see some particles of a medium like P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, etc. Suppose at t is equal to 0, simple harmonic oscillations of the particle P start with 0 initial phase. That is, some disturbance is given to P and it makes P to execute simple harmonic oscillations with zero initial phase. That is the value of phi, which we have discussed in simple harmonic motion, phi equal to 0. That is, a wave originates at P at time t. The point of disturbance is at P and a wave originates at P. The x-coordinate of the particle P is 0, as well as initial phase is also 0. That is, phi is also 0. So the displacement equation of particle P will be y is equal to a sine omega t, where y is the displacement of the particle at an instant t, a the maximum displacement called the amplitude, omega the angular frequency, and t is time. So this y is equal to a sine omega t represents the displacement of the particle P located at x is equal to 0 and initial phase phi is equal to 0. The wave starts propagating, the other particles will start executing simple harmonic oscillations with different phases. Let us consider a point U at a distance x from P. The particle at U will start simple harmonic motion with a phase delta less than that at P. This is because the wave will reach U only after certain time t. So certainly there is a phase difference between the two motions, that is the simple harmonic motion executed by the particle at P and that at U. The phase of the particle executing simple harmonic motion at U will be always less than that at P. And here it is less, the phase is less by an amount delta. Hence the displacement equation for the particle at U will be y is equal to a sine omega t minus delta. For a path difference lambda is taken to be wavelength. I will clear you the concept of wavelength at the end of the session. For a path difference lambda, the phase difference will be 2 pi. Here you could see a wave, a sine wave. You can see a sine wave. This is called one full wave, which comprises of a positive cycle and a negative cycle. You can see the phases. So for a path difference lambda, the corresponding phase difference is 2 pi. For a path difference lambda, the phase difference is equal to 2 pi. Hence, for unit path difference, the phase difference will be 2 pi by lambda. So 2 pi by lambda is the phase difference corresponding to unit path difference. So what will be the path difference? The phase difference between the particles situated at P and U. We know that there is a path difference of x between P and U. So correspondingly, the phase difference between particle at P and U will be 2 pi lambda into x, where 2 pi by lambda is the phase difference corresponding to unit path difference. So for x path difference, the phase difference will be 2 pi by lambda into x, or 2 pi x by lambda, which is actually delta. So delta is equal to 2 pi x by lambda. Hence the equation, the displacement equation for the particle at U will be y is equal to a sine omega t minus 2 pi x by lambda. Now we will make a substitution here, that is y is equal to a sine omega t minus kx, where k is equal to 2 pi by lambda. So 2 pi by lambda is replaced as k, and k is known as the wave number or propagation constant. Angular wave number or simply wave number, angular wave number or propagation constant. Its SI unit is radian per meter or rad meter raised to minus 1. In the above equation, omega t minus kx is known as the phase of the wave at distance x from the origin at time t. Once again, omega t minus kx is known as the phase of the wave at distance x from the origin at time t. So y is equal to a sine omega t minus kx is the equation of progressive wave. So this equation is the wave equation for the progressive wave traveling in the direction of increasing value of x. That is, the wave is traveling along the positive x direction, increasing value of x, positive x direction. Then the wave equation will be y is equal to a sine omega t minus kx. If the wave is traveling in the direction of decreasing value of x means the wave is traveling along the negative x direction, then the wave equation will be y is equal to a sine omega t plus kx. If particle p is oscillating with initial phase phi, that is in the derivation, starting of the derivation, yes, we told that the particle at p is having an initial phase equal to 0. But if the particle is oscillating, the particle at p is oscillating with an initial phase phi, then the wave equation will be y is equal to a sine omega t minus kx plus the initial phase phi. So omega t minus kx plus phi will be the equation of or displacement equation of particle at u. Where omega t minus kx plus phi is the phase of the wave at a distance x from the origin at time t, and phi the initial phase. Now we'll discuss what is actually a wavelength means. The definition of wavelength is the minimum distance between 2 points having the same phase is called the wavelength of the wave. That is 2 points, 2 nearby points having same phase. Their phases are same. Then the distance between those 2 points is taken as the wavelength of the wave. Wavelength is usually denoted by lambda. Here you can see a medium where a wave is propagating. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, etc. are the particles oscillating in the medium. Now let us identify those particles which are in same phase. What about the particles A and B? Are they in same phase? Certainly not. Because at this particular instant t, the displacement of particle A is 0 because it is on the reference line, that is mean position. Whereas B is at its maximum displacement along the positive direction. So A and B are of different phases. Now what about A and C? A and C are having, if we compare their displacement values at that instant t, the displacements are 0. But they are not in phase. Why? Because in the next instant, C, the particle at C will be moving downward, whereas the particle at A will be moving upward. So their phases are different. Now the phase of the particles at A and D, again, they are different because their displacement values are different. Now what about A and E? If you see the point A and E, then you can see that Their displacements are zero at that instant, and in the next instant, these two particles, that is a particle at A and E, will be moving upward, meaning their phases are same. So the point which is having same phase as that of A, the near point, which is at the same phase as that of A, is E. So the distance AE is called lambda or wavelength. And you can see there between A and E, one full wave is there. You can see there. A sine wave is there. Between A and E, one full wave is represented. So AE, that distance AE is actually wavelength. Now what about the points E and I? E and I are also in the same phase. So EI is also lambda. Now what about the points B and F? B and F are in same phase. So and they are nearby points. So that distance BF can also be called as lambda. D and H, same phase. So that distance DH can also be called as lambda. Now what about C and G? The point C and G. At this particular instant, their displacement values are 0, and in next moment they are going in the downward direction. They move in the downward direction. So C and G are also in same phase. So the point having same phase as that of G, the near point having same phase as that of C is G. So that distance CG is also can be called as wavelength. Now for simplicity, we will define wavelength as the distance between two crusts. The points B and F are called crust. So the distance between two nearby crusts or the distance between two nearby troughs can be called as a wavelength. So I think the wavelength, the definition of wavelength and how will you find out the wavelength is clear to you.